There is a Morgan Stanley employee by the name of Bryan Jennings. So he needed to get around in New York City, and as a result, he found a taxi driver, and he needed to travel about 43 miles. As a result, the taxi driver told him, look, we have to agree on a fare because this is a lot of time and a lot of money, and I want to make sure we come to an agreement ahead of time. So they agreed that $204 would be the fare for this taxi ride. And then, the taxi driver drove him to where he wanted to go and then picked him up and took him home. When he took him home, he said, all right, well, you need to pay me now $204. Well, Bryan Jennings was not happy about this, and he was also sauced up. So he was extremely upset at the amount of money and basically told him that he's not going to pay, and then told the taxi driver that he was going to kill him.
That's classic.
Yeah.
So here's a part of the story that's amazing. Now, the guy's going to take him all the way to Connecticut, so he's like, I don't want to go all the way to Connecticut, 43 miles, and then have us just have an argument about the price, because that's why I wanted to establish ahead of time. And W says to him, shows him bills, and he's like, oh, don't worry, I have so much money, I'll pay you even more. He's like, I don't need you to pay me more, but let's just agree on $204, right?
Right.
And they do. And he gets there. Once he gets there, the guy wakes up, and he's all drunk, and he says, you know what, I just want to give you $50. I'm already home.
Yeah.
I'm already home. What does that mean? Yeah, you're home because the guy drove you an extremely long distance out of New York to do this thing. And he's like, yeah, well, so what? Later he admits, yeah, I had a couple of Coors Lights. In other words, he was total. And by the way, then he went to have drinks later. And the place that he had the Coors Lights, a charity auction event.
Yeah, so, Morgan Stanley.
Yeah, so this charitable guy at Morgan Stanley, when it comes to actually paying the bill that he owes, not only doesn't pay him, but as Ann is about to tell you, pulls out a pen knife?
Yeah, he pulls out a pen knife and basically attacks this, or allegedly attacks this taxi driver. And the taxi driver was scared because he was coming at him to his neck, like he was going to stab him in the neck. So the taxi driver says that he grabbed the pen knife, and the Morgan Stanley guy kept, jabbing him in his hand, and he was bleeding badly. He had to go get 6 stitches because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is amazing, man. I mean, look, part of the reason we tell you this story is because the sense of entitlement. This douchebag makes $2 million a year and tells cabbies in the middle, oh, I have so much money, I don't care what the fare is. And then when it comes to actually paying his bills, this guy who got smashed at a charity event actually doesn't want to pay the guy whatever he owes him anyway. And then when the guy says, well, all right, it's okay, then let's just go drive to the closest police station and we'll handle it that way. It's not a problem, right? And the guy says, oh, I pay $10,000 in taxes here, so of course the police will side with me. And then Republicans will turn around and talk about how liberals have a sense of entitlement. But it's actually guys like this, these bankers that make $2 million a year, who feel that they're entitled to everything. They're entitled to a ride. They're entitled to whatever price they want to pay. They're entitled to not pay if they don't want to. They're entitled to stab this guy. And by the way, as he was doing it, to yell at him, go back to your own country. The guy's, of course, a U.S. citizen, but that doesn't matter. He's entitled to do that, too. And he's entitled to get away with all of it because he pays more taxes than that guy, because he's richer, because of the money he made God knows how at Morgan Stanley. And then bankers turn around and wonder why other people don't like him. Gee, I can't figure it out. Maybe if you stop stabbing us with knife pens, whatever.
Pen knives.
I don't even know
what a pen knife is.
Right? And you weren't such a douchebag, then we'd have less of a problem with you.